David Goggins. This guy needs no introduction. Described as one of the toughest men on the planet, the only man in history to complete elite training as a Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, and the Air Force Tactical Air Control Training. An ultra-marathon runner running a 101 miles in 19 hours, often referred to as the hardest savage on the world. David Goggins was 297 pounds. He was working as an exterminator, spraying for cockroaches, completely stuck in life. He'd look in the mirror and see a man he hated, but instead of accepting it, he did something that most people never do. He declared war on his own mind. Now let me ask you something. How many times has your mind stopped you before you even tried? How often have you told yourself, "I can't do this," before even testing your limits? Because here's the truth. Your mind is your greatest enemy until you learn to control it. If you've ever felt weak, unmotivated, or trapped in your own excuses, keep watching, because I'm about to show you how to flip the switch, just like Goggins did. Goggins didn't wake up one day and magically become a Navy SEAL. He had every excuse to stay the same. He was out of shape, working a dead-end job, and drowning in self-doubt. Then one day, he saw something on TV, a documentary about Navy SEAL training. And that moment flipped a switch in his mind. He realized that the only thing standing between him and the life he wanted was himself. And if you're feeling stuck right now, if you've been waiting for motivation, I'll tell you this: nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Most people lose the battle before it even begins, not because they're weak, but because their mind convinces them that they are. You wake up in the morning and your brain says, hit the snooze button. You start a new habit and your brain whispers, you'll never keep this up. You want to push harder, but your mind screams, this is too painful. But what if you ignored that voice? What if you did the exact opposite? That's what Goggins mastered. He trained himself to recognize when his mind was making excuses, and instead of listening, he pushed through anyway. When your brain tells you to stop, you're only at 40% of your true potential. Goggins calls this the 40% rule. Your mind will always try to protect you by making things feel harder than they actually are, but if you push past that mental barrier, you unlock the other 60%. So next time you feel like quitting, when your brain screams, I can't, recognize that moment, and then go even harder. Here's your challenge. The next time your mind tells you to stop, whether it's during a workout, a study session, or any hard task, push 10% further, just 10%. Drop a comment below. What's one mental battle you're facing right now? Let's break through it together. And if you want more lessons on discipline, mindset, and mental toughness, hit that subscribe button. This is just the beginning.